This is Dave Meltzer with Entrepreneurs, the Playbook, and I am so excited. Since I was a child, I think I've dreamed of having an executive from this company on the Playbook, even though both probably didn't exist. Lynsi Snyder, the president of InNOut Burger. Welcome to the Playbook.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you because I love family businesses, and maybe the whole country doesn't know about InNOut, although I think they do. It is truly a family business, handed down from your grandparents to your parents to yourself. But it's a really big, successful, wonderful business. What type of values did you learn through the family that you've incorporated into the business?
Um, well, I think that um, the things that I've seen my family just, pass down and that I saw, the value of those values and the importance was just integrity and staying true to, the things we're committed to, which is, the quality of the product, the burger, and then the people, training our people and caring for them. And, there's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of deep rooted just history and culture, because we have so many people that have been around with us for so long. So I think just that loyalty, trust, integrity, and honesty, are big things that stand out. When I look at my family and the values.
And it's so fun to look at a company that grows exponentially. And, it's not an overnight success. Things double and double and double. And you start with a few restaurants and it builds and the reputation continue and the legacy. And, I think the unbelievable kind of mysterious vibe that has always been around Indiana. I was sharing a story how when I was a senior in high school, and I'm an old man now, but when I was a senior in high school in San Diego, I would leave at 11 or 11:30 with friends just to see if we could catch the 1 o'clock close at the Avery Parkway InNOut. And it was an event to go get a hamburger from InNOut. And now I have family that fly into Southern California. Literally the first thing off the plane is, how come they don't have InNOut at the airport? When are we stopping? In order to create that frequency or that brand, which is such a strong brand, you must have learned some lessons as well along the way from your family about being patient and allowing this brand to evolve to the status that it's at. What were some of the key lessons that you learned to allow the company to grow at its own pace?
Um, again, I think being more conservative with just with growth, and making sure that we can hold the integrity and continue the legacy with what we have and where we grow. If we can't maintain that, then we don't grow at that rate. You know what I mean? Um it's just got to be right. You've got to have all the right things in place. And I think that's our focus on the people, and our training and development and leadership has just been, it's been huge. My uncle really empowered people to take ownership and to, for each manager to treat their store like it was theirs. So I think that, just with us looking at all those things rather than the dollar signs of, if we open this many stores, this and that, it's more, we don't compromise. So I think that's a big thing that I just have in there that keeps everything kind of paced to a good place.
Yeah, and that requirement of not compromising, you can see from every employee I've ever met there is a quality of attitude, not just of product. Obviously you're known for quality in the product that you provide, but I always said the quality of the employees. I used it as I grew up as an entrepreneur to model making sure that I treated my employees the right way. I paid them fairly, and that they had an attitude, that an energy, that when you drive up to the window or come into the store, that you can feel a different energy. And I always wanted people to walk into my office in Orange County, and the number one compliment you could give me is, "Oh, I love the energy of this place." And I think a lot of people say that about your business as well. And do you think that compromise, that integrity and the quality combined created your ability to sustain the success through all of, it's been exponential change since you started, especially even now. I mean, I just have to tell you, the one thing through COVID that gave me hope in our economy is where I live is a brand new InNOut off of Ortega and Southern, and the line was out to the street. And I just had this confidence that, you know what, capitalism is not dead. People still want to go out and eat, and they're going to line up to get what they like. And it was really inspiring. But I thought about, man, even COVID can't kill InNOut. That sustained success. What are the markers that you use, attitude, compromise, et cetera, that allows you to deal with all of these changes so well?
Um, I have to be honest. I feel like really putting my trust in God and his hand on this company through very, very tough times. Losing family members, economy, so, different things going on. I feel like we've kind of weathered through the storms, and um, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like to have like knee jerk reactions. I think just staying calm and trying to, um, seek counsel. We have a great team, and working together and just really, letting everyone's strengths shine through these times. And um, I don't know. I think that it's just having that trust and that peace and taking care of our people and doing what we do best, not letting our eyes being, shifted over here, over there, but just keeping them on what we do. I think that's how you get through most things successfully without losing it,
Well, you have been able to do that. And I don't like the word regret. And I don't think that you'd be the type of person that has many regrets, if any, but you probably have some dummy tax that you've paid in your life, like me, some situational knowledge or lessons that you've learned that others may define as regrets. What would be one of the biggest lessons that you've learned, some of the dummy tax that maybe you paid through your career that you would go back and tell yourself, you know what, I probably should have done this?
um well, they're not they're not really things that were so much company decisions. It's more like personal decisions that affected me in the company. And um, I'll try to make it as short as possible. But um, I think relationships and trying to find the other half rather than be a whole person. Um, you know, Going through divorces and all of those things really affected my quality of life and how that affects working, of course. So yeah, I always tell people, hey, don't rush into this, or maybe you're a little bit codependent. I know what that looks like because I've been that before. Or um, yeah, I mean, relationships affect your whole life. I mean, that's what's all around us. That's how we even do business. Um, so
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's my big one.
We were joking that we would all vote for you as president of the U.S., let alone president of InNOut. But you lead people so well by example. But what is your playbook to leading those people? Do you have a certain playbook that you use to instill those values in culture?
Um, I believe servant leadership is the leadership that we teach with our people, and that's lifting others up rather than looking down on them, being getting under them and lifting them up, showing them how to be their best, believing in them, trusting them. So I think that it's a big word, and a lot of people would say, oh yeah, right. But leading with love, loving people, caring for them, esteeming them to be um worthy and valuable, where you can kind of be humble and take the back seat. I think that's one of the things I've learned, and I've obviously learned a lot from God, and just He's got a special book that I refer to often. Um,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, so, I go there, but I think that looking at my family and what they've passed down, there's just a weight of responsibility to be a good steward with what has been given to me. I question, I'm like, why me? Why do I have this? Oh my gosh, everything that comes with it. People just go, oh, must be so great, must be so nice. I'm like, you have no idea what I deal with, So, on the level of fake friends, betrayal, greed, whatever, you name it. And so I think that the things I've learned is just to, take it day by day, sometimes minute by minute, and trusting God, keeping my eye on the prize, focusing on what we do and what I'm supposed to do in life, and taking care of people, loving people along the way every day.
Oh, that's a great philosophy. I was just thinking to myself, I ran one of the most notable sports agencies in the world. So I've been around celebrities, athletes, entertainers, media, billionaires, millionaires, entrepreneurs, all the people that everybody says that to. Oh, it must be amazing to be you. And I came up with this saying as you're talking, everybody, no matter who you are, the same percentage of your life sucks, the same as everybody else. It's what we learn to do to find the light, the love, and the lessons, and that suck that really separates those that enjoy their consistent, persistent pursuit or can enjoy what they do. And I really appreciate the fact, as a note for everyone out there in the playbook, notice how we elevate others to elevate ourselves. And I think that's been absolutely, as a compassionate capitalist, that you and your family has been, a great attribute of InNOut in a view. But along with it comes a lot of pressure, I'm sure. And just working with our families can be enough pressure. But to have such a successful company with our family, what was the number one fear that you had family wise, growing up through this and building it and taking over and building it again? What's your number one fear of that legacy or pressure, family pressure?
I don't know. Um, I think that I try to not spend time looking at fears, because if you do, they grow. You start doing all the what ifs. So I think that we obviously try to plan for different things and be strategic, and that whole saying, plan for the worst, hope for the best. I think there's a lot of uh things company wise where, whether it's things happening in the economy or whatever, that we um try to be wise about, but I don't have like this looming fear over me with things. I think concern, I guess, would be losing the family atmosphere. So I work really hard to preserve that.
That's wonderful. And I think people who live by faith as well, we don't vote for what we don't want, right? We're focusing in on what we do and having trust in that family as well. But I am sure, I'm blessed to have a wonderful family. I just watch you and listen to you and think to myself, gosh, I'm not sure I could handle it. I have to be honest. Uh, but I am amazed. Okay, two easier questions to finish up. Ones that everybody told me I have to ask you around the country. So not quite as deep and emotional, as interesting though, but exciting for everyone else. Uh, I've been to InNOut in Frisco out by the Star with actually Jerry Jones Jr. and Steve Jones. So I brought the big guys over who love InNOut as well, just as an endorsement. But are you guys planning to expand past the West Coast and continue all the way to Maine?
Um, this one's always a sad question. Okay, so I can't say Maine,
Yeah.
but we're off the West Coast. I mean, we're in
Yeah.
Texas. You know, we're opening in Colorado soon. So yes, off the West Coast, but I can't promise the East Coast.
All right, no promises here. And lastly, most importantly, what is your go-to InNOut order?
Um, let's see. I like double meat with extra spread, pickles, chopped chilies only.
Nice.
That's going all out. You know,
With the bun, not protein style, with the bun.
well, that's going, yeah, because my kids want out all the time. So if I'm gonna have it more frequently, then it's, it's double meat, mustard, pickles, chopped chili, or yeah, mustard, pickles, chopped chilies, only protein style. So
Wow. Needless to say, as we started earlier, and I told everyone, when you tell someone, oh my gosh, you're the president of InNOut, I love InNOut. It's like telling my friend Craig Cheeks, who's at Nike, oh my gosh, I love Nike. So it's a little bit mundane to tell people the obvious. This has been an absolute pleasure, Lynsi. Thank you so much for sharing your playbook to success and for your family as well. We certainly appreciate it. This is Dave Meltzer with Lynsi Snyder, Entrepreneurs, the Playbook.